put you here. What? Hello, hello. Okay, I know we have a lot to catch up on. More than I probably even know where to start. But I'm starting, which is a good thing. And let me tell you how all this started. Today's Monday, and yesterday I had a photo shoot and we were in town. But that's not the point. The point is, afterwards I had to go and get a specific kind of content. And it was specifically when I was pregnant or right after, because the reel that we're working on has to do with Mother's Day. And so I went on my YouTube page. First, I was so frustrated because I don't think prior to 2017 I had iCloud, because I have no pictures, which, considering where my life was at that time, I don't know if I'm so mad about that. I'm okay with that, but I do feel I wish I had more pictures of myself when I was pregnant and videos, and I kind of documented it. That's what I was thinking. Whether I shared it with the world or not doesn't matter. Anyway, I end up on my YouTube because I'm thinking, I didn't post anything? No, that was the year that I was off YouTube. And then I found a video where I was 4 months into, my baby was 4 months old. We'd gone to Zanzibar. I don't know if anyone is from that far back, but if you do, just like let me know if you remember this. But we were in Zanzibar. I was with Susan Wong and the Capital FM crew. We were filming something for our 2 cents. And I just thought, wait, I remember how much fun that was. And not the trip. The trip wasn't it was capturing my life, not taking it too seriously, and just bloop, 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 whatever comes up, comes up. If I have no explanation for what's happening, add music, okay? It's a cute view, just watch the view. And I don't know when it changed, or my life changed, I guess. My life changed. And motherhood caught up with me. I also I've been in a season, in case you didn't know, I started a brand. I don't know if I've talked about it on YouTube. Maybe I did. Likely I did. In fact, we're in my office. It is now almost 8 a.m. and I have decided I'm going to start vlogging again, which is what? I'm going to try to. And the rhythm, I'm not sure what it's going to look like, but for now I'm going to capture moments of my life, maybe over a 2-week period, and then see if I can turn that into something. So there'll be highlights, and I'll also want to maybe theme them a little bit, but this platform is a platform that I love the best. Truly, it's where I feel like myself. It's also where it doesn't have to be so perfect like Instagram, TikTok. Who knows what's happening on that app? I like it, but I don't know how to show up on that app. Here, it's therapeutic. In fact, when I started thinking about filming again and coming back on YouTube, I got emotional because I remembered that for me, it's a cathartic process. It's me and a camera, and I talk through whatever feelings or thoughts I might have. And I just love this platform so much. So let me just see. I don't know if we're gonna be successful because there's a lot happening, and I'm trying my best to figure out what's working for me, what's giving me joy, and what I need to pull back on. But I do want to figure this out. So here we are, new chapter of figuring out YouTube and seeing how long we can keep it up, but hopefully long enough. Anyway, hi, welcome to my chocolate brown office. On the other side, actually, I never show Instagram, but I'll show you guys. The other side is just boxes and boxes and stock. It's a bit of a mess, but here we are. It's a bit of a mess. And on the floor, it's a small space, but it's a movement upwards, if you ask me, because we used to be in my house and now we're not. I also think I know what I want to talk about in this vlog. I think I want to talk about weight. So if you are triggered by conversations around weight gain, weight loss, this might not be the one for you, but I know I have a meeting tomorrow with Coach Roseanne, and I think I'd like to bring you guys along for that one. So if you are interested, let me see where to place you. The challenge of trying to find the light, and is it too bright, is it not? So if you're interested, we can figure it out together, because your girl has picked up some habits that aren't too great, and I want to make lifestyle changes that just work best for me and the future me as well. Anyway, I'll check in, I guess, tomorrow, because today is a work day. No need just having you here, but I'm so excited. I missed you. I missed you, and I get a hug. Come here, come here. Let's do a huggy. Oh, I love you. Scarves. Oh, this one. Yeah. Can it tuck, but with a lessening tuck? I think if we could even get it to 10. Maybe I'll take one out of the sweater. Good morning. Day 2 of vlogging, and we're going strong. We are at African Lifestyle Hub at Zarit Center. We have 2 branches, one here and another one at Village Market. So I'll go to the Village Market one after. I decided to come in and do the restock myself, because this time we're bringing in our scarves, which you would have seen nowhere if you don't follow me on Instagram or if you haven't seen our website. But you can now see it physically in the store. But I just wanted to also see how it looks on the display box. People are coming in. I'm gonna have to start vlogging.
I remember it was those brown eyes. It took my heart by surprise. Could this be real? Because I dreamt you a chapter that I turned. Too good to be true was the way you made me feel. I needed you. I hope you see. You made me complete, baby. I've searched high and low, mountain and sea, but now you're with me.
Hello. I don't think I talked to you guys much yesterday. There was a couple of meetings and then drop-offs for products. I think I briefly mentioned what that was about at ALH, African Lifestyle Hub. And I just want to give you a quick rundown of my day, kind of a quick rundown. But the first thing I did in the morning was therapy. I went back to therapy this year, and it has been so magical in terms of me trying to find my footing and really feel grounded and steady and focused. Not that everything is solved and that we're good, but I just feel so hopeful. And in many ways, we made yesterday, May 6th, some sort of birthday. It's what we're going to use to mark progress over a year. So May 6th next year, we're going to be looking at a few things and seeing where we are. But I just feel so grateful. In fact, I even got emotional thinking about how is this one person really, has no, I guess that's her profession. But I just know how much of an impact working with my therapist has had on my life in the last 8 years, although it's been on and off. And I got emotional just thinking, man, I'm a much better woman than I was when I first walked into your office 8 years ago. And by better, what I really mean is I've grown into myself more, and I feel more confident in certain ways. I feel more proud of myself in certain ways. I feel more grounded in my values. I don't even think we addressed, you know how you hear values and you're like, yeah, I've got values. I know what my values are, mate. Don't worry about that. But you don't actually live by them. And we have very clear steps. So much so that I can tell when I'm not in alignment, because I'll think, oh, that's why I'm not okay with this thing, because it doesn't match with this value. And underneath that value, this is why, this specific thing is what I'm talking in code. I don't know if you fully understand. I just know I'm so grateful for therapy, feeling more focused, got big goals, need to humble myself, because I think I've been out in these streets thinking, we're good. We are just, making moves, and there's so much progress to be made. in different areas of my life, physically, financially, emotionally. There's just growth ahead of me, and I can see it, and I have a strategy, and I'm working on that with my doctor. That was amazing, first part of my day. And then I had my meeting with Roseanne, which wasn't even solely for my body. I think I mentioned briefly earlier in the vlog that I want to talk a bit about weight. So I'm going to do that now. But in case you didn't notice, I have, and again, please, if this is triggering, I want to speak freely without worrying about whether someone will be judging. And whatever I say, I would rather, please don't invalidate it, because it's how I feel about myself and my body and where I know I can go. But I've added weight, and I actually have lost weight. I think where I was a couple months ago, specifically around Feb, was the heaviest I've ever been in my life. But my habits were terrible. And it was also, if I really think about it, it was the height of me feeling really insecure, really unhappy, really misaligned. I wasn't myself. And so my habits kind of they were everywhere. And part of what I do when I'm not okay is I rely on food, which in some ways I tell myself, at least it's not like alcohol or drugs. It could be worse. But I think we all know by now that if you're not nourishing your body, future you is going to suffer. So sure, I'm not staggering around bars, but future Sharon is probably going to have something else that I am dealing with because of decisions I made and habits I picked up after those decisions were made. And I want to be the healthiest version. I want to be, how J-Lo walks and you just like, that woman can probably deadlift more than your boyfriend. Just, she has its muscle. And that to me is so attractive as a woman and as a mother and as a business. I just think, to me, it tells me you prioritize yourself. You love yourself. You don't just talk about, I have self-love. What does that mean? So I've been feeling that I'm betraying myself because I know my habits weren't great. And back then it was across the board. I wasn't moving my body. My sleep was terrible. I'd wake up several times in the night, be watching shows. So I'm up for between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. It was terrible. Wasn't drinking enough water. Just, the basics that we're told. Eat well, sleep enough hours, move your body, be in the sunlight. What are those other things? Eat whole foods. Forget the ultra-processed foods. All of that. And I want to be, I feel like I'm already on that journey. So I know, for instance, this skirt was super tight back in February, but we're back in and it feels comfortable. But I have a ways to go. And part of that is aesthetics. It's how I want to see myself. I also have to accept that I don't know if my body is going to look how I envision it to be or what my hope is for it, because I'm older, because hormones, because all these other things that are in play. But as long as I'm feeling strong, I'm willing to accept the version of my body that's going to serve me in this season. It's not going to look like how it looked in my 20s. I've accepted that. But I want it to be strong. So I'm back in the gym. I went back on Monday. I went in on Tuesday. I've got my workout gear for today, so I'm going in today as well. And I'm walking more. In fact, Roseanne yesterday was like, after our talk, I was going to use the lift, and she was like, those are the habits. Those are the little things that you need to tweak about how you think through your life, so that it's not just I went to the gym, but it's across your life. And I'm feeling really positive, and not just because I'm on track and I can feel myself moving in the right direction when it comes to my body, but because of this one little thing that we started in therapy, and her advice was so simple, because I probably made it seem a bit light, but I really was not in a great place the first few months of the year. But because of the work that we started doing, I can see how I'm trying to change different elements of my life: finances, physically, and my body, relationships and boundaries, career and planning and strategy. I'm tweaking all sleep and sleep hygiene and how I wake up, how I go to bed, what I'm listening to, reading more. I'm really trying to root myself in those habits that I know fill my cup. And I'm just feeling so grateful. I'm just feeling so grateful. Not because the work has been done, but because I am out of my own way, and because I have found help, and I feel like I'm moving forward. To be honest, I would never have picked up the camera back in January, February, because of where I was. But now I know part of the reason I'm here is because of the little changes I've made in my life. So little. So one of them being I closed my DMs on Instagram for stories, not permanently, so anyone can still DM me, but because I no longer have, you know how when you're looking at a story and there's the send message at the bottom of the story, that used to really make me anxious, because I'd then feel like there's this other thing I'm failing at because I wasn't responding to the DMs fast enough. But when I closed that and my DMs then reduced drastically, now I'm able to keep up with every single DM that comes in, every single DM that's not from a man being a bit dodgy. Those ones we still ignore. But every single DM all over it. So I feel like I'm accomplished there. And so when I'm like, oh, I'm doing good there. Wait, I remember this thing that I love so much. And so I'm just so happy I'm back on YouTube and I get to yap and yappa and share with you guys where I'm at, and hopefully you can let me know where you're at. What is working for you? How are we doing with hormones? I don't think we ever talked about hormones before. How are we doing with that? Because I'm just realizing how big an impact they have on your body and your mental health and your energy levels and your mood and everything. And man, there's a lot to catch up on, but we'll get into it, I guess, with time. I just wanted to brief you on where I'm at, specifically with my weight loss journey. But it doesn't feel like a weight loss journey, even though that is my hope. I hope to lose some weight. But it feels like a lifestyle overhaul journey. That's more where I'm at. Where is my water? See, I even went back to my water bottles. I forgot that I had them. What about my green tea? This is also such a handy tool, you guys. I would 100% recommend. It's got this little diffuser section. Is that what you'd call it? Where you put your tea inside. And then what I'm also doing is I'm finding myself reducing sugar. So the amount of honey I used to put in there, or down to the peanut butter I'm using. So I went from the Skippy to Linda's nut butters, because there's no added, it's just the nuts. And is it actually just the nuts? It's like 2 ingredients, unlike Skippy where you know there's like at least 20, maybe 10, 20, I don't know. So those little changes, and I hope that you are doing great. I would love to know where you are at in your life. What are you up to? What are you focused on? What are you hoping to change? I would love to chat in the comment section. Why am I talking as if I'm about to end this vlog? I don't think I am. I think I want to take you guys into next week, because my goal is to film for at least 2 weeks. I don't think I will pick up my camera for the rest of this week. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. Can you believe it? I have an 8-year-old. So I kind of just want to focus on that. And then Friday as well, there's just a tiny bit of a celebration. And then Saturday, you know, the thing with where I'm at with vlogging now is that I'm not giving myself too much pressure to film every single day or every single thing. And I think that's what's going to make it a little bit easier on myself. But I'm excited to be back here, and I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I've missed this, and I've missed you guys. And maybe what I will take you through is the weight, the body part of it. But what I should have done actually is show you I don't know, maybe we'll do some before and after photos. For all of mine, if I just knew that this was all girls, I would 100% share those pictures because it's just me in my undies and just like show you what my body looks like. But because I know the internet is the internet, I don't think I want to do that. But yeah, let's get this. Let's get it. Let's go after our dreams. Let's move forward. Let's ask for help if you need it. But I would love to know how things are going for you. I'm going to spend the rest of my day in back-to-back meetings, and I will speak to you soon. It's a vlog. No, well, it's a vlog of me doing a shoot. I'm standing in the right position. Should be there. And then I'll unfreeze when I do this.
Yeah, 1 and action. Perfect.
What was that? I feel so big. Okay.
Awesome. Okay, let me just get a close up of you doing that. Below,
Not a gunfight. You guys, did you see me? Oh my God, I forgot you guys were there. I swear. I was gonna leave. Hello, why is it not focusing and getting a bit brighter? Maybe even, I don't even know what you guys were seeing. We are shooting a campaign, not for Furniture Palace actually, but thank God they let me film in here. And it's been so fun. It's a bit different to what I like those like really cool aesthetic types of videos, but this one's a bit different in that it's a bit quirky, but I still really feel like myself. I don't feel like I'm playing a role. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, I'm excited to see what comes out of it. And I have one more scene and then I have to rush. And I want to talk to you guys really quickly about what the last week has been like. I didn't think I would talk to you again this week. It's just been a couple of days since I picked the camera up, but I'm just feeling so motivated to stay focused on my health goals because I've been to the gym regularly. I'm sleeping my 8 hours. I'm not just drinking my water, but I'm finding myself packing my water bottle so that I make sure I'm drinking it and not just saying, oh, I didn't have water when I was at my shoot or whatever. But it's also just, you know, sleeping my 8 hours, reading my books, not having too much time on socials and just scrolling endlessly, eating better, all that. I can feel the impact in just 1 week, although the eating thing I was getting better at the last few weeks, but this week I doubled down by going to the gym, and I feel really good about that. Yeah. Also, I can't wait to talk to you guys, maybe not this vlog, but in the next one, about ego and the thing that I'm discovering about ego, about myself, which is really interesting. But that will be a talk for another day. For now, I have to finish shooting. I can't believe I almost forgot you guys. Let's position you. I don't know where the best place to put you is, and I wish you were a little bit higher, but we're gonna make do with what we have here. Hello! I'm filming this on Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day if you are a mama, a caregiver, just anyone who's looking after another person. And if this is a sore day for some of you, which I'm sure it is, then I just hope it passes as smoothly and calmly as one could ask for. I'm gonna try and work on this because otherwise this light, I'm just gonna keep looking back at the screen. I think that's a bit better. Also, if you see something across my head, it's because I was wearing my hat, which now I don't, oh, it must be in the bag. I was wearing my hat, which left a little thing. I just came from a walk in Karura, which has become one of my Sunday rituals that I love so much. I'm now at Cotton Tree, so I'm usually at the Karura that's a bee. I can't, no. I'm gonna put that there. I usually come to the Karura that's on Thigiri Ridge. Thigiri, where is that place? I don't know. But around Thigiri, the one next to Cotton Tree, if you know where this restaurant is. And it has a really nice loop for dogs. So I usually take my little cookie. Oh yeah, you guys know, I think you guys know I have a dog. I don't remember the last time I vlogged, so I don't even know what you know, but in case you don't know, I have a little pup who's 2 years old this August. He's the most energetic thing you've ever met, and he's our little love. Honestly, it feels like he managed to like complete our family in a way that I can't really explain, and his energy matches my little lady, so that's perfect. But he's a Jack Russell also, who you might see at the corner just trying to wiggle around. Yeah, so I wasn't sure how I would vlog and what kind of pace I'd be able to keep up, but I feel like I want to try for weekly, even though my goal was to make it every other week. But I feel like I just want to keep this vlog where it is and maybe even wrap it up here. I've got my laptop with me and I've got my book. I'm going to try and read a little bit. I am maybe 60 pages away from finishing this book, Dream Count. I'm so happy I'm reading it with my friend, and we kind of have, between the two of us, I think, in some tiny way, we've started a mini book club between the two of us. But she and I, her name is T, she and I have been bouncing off each other and just sharing our thoughts on this book, which I would recommend. Yeah, there's one character here who I'm massively drawn to. The others I just have questions about, but it's one of those books that I think is an easy read. So I've got my book, I'm going to read a little bit. I've ordered myself a hot dawa. I've got my laptop as well, because one of the other things I want to do is go through finances and manage that. And it's something that I really want to figure out and double down on. Oh, it's a little baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I think she might have fallen. It's okay. All right, I'm gonna focus on a slow start to my Mother's Day. What I would love to know from you guys is, what kind of content do you want to see? What are you curious about? I will obviously take you through the things that I'm in the middle of right now in this season of my life, which is I'm trying to, you know, push this business forward and keep new things and keep my dreams alive when it comes to the vision I have for This Is Essential and for Chasing Paper Collection and the stationery side. I'd love to know what you guys would want to know about that side of things. I also, I'm clearly on this journey around wellness, and I really want to dig deep. I want to dig deep in the world of hormones and understanding how that impacts me, diet, nutrition, and that as well, movement and strength training, and just everything. Excuse me, who are you barking at? That is rude. Oh, he's barking at the other dog. Anyway, sorry. All right, I'm gonna love you and leave you, and I will see you next week. Bye.
Those brown